Jaden stood at the entrance of the grand spaceport. He took a deep breath and looked up at the massive ship that had just landed. This was the Galactic Academy, a place where the best beings from many worlds came to learn, train, and become the strongest fighters in the galaxy. Jaden was the first human to ever join. He had dreamed of this moment for years. But now, as he looked at the tall, shining building before him, doubt filled his mind. He was small compared to most of the aliens here. His skin was plain, his clothes simple. He had no glowing powers or strange weapons. He was just a normal human. The doors opened, and Jaden stepped inside. The air buzzed with strange voices, different languages mixed together. He saw creatures with scales, fur, multiple arms, and glowing eyes. Some floated in the air, some looked like animals or robots. All of them seemed strong, fast, and confident. Jaden felt his heart beat faster. He tried to walk tall, but his steps were unsure. A group of students nearby noticed him immediately. They were tall, with blue skin and sharp teeth. One of them, a tall male named Vex, laughed loudly and pointed at Jaden. "Look, the weak little human is here," Vex said to his friends. "What can he do? Humans are slow and fragile." More students gathered around, whispering and laughing. Some made fun of his clothes. Others talked about how humans were nothing but primitive creatures. Jaden heard all of it, but he tried not to react. He found the registration desk and gave his name. The clerk, a small green alien with big eyes, gave him a cold look. "Human, huh? You'll be lucky to survive a day here," the clerk said and turned away. Jaden felt a sting in his chest but kept his calm. He reminded himself why he was here. He wanted to prove everyone wrong. As he walked to his dorm, students continued to stare and whisper. A group of girls with purple skin and long tails giggled and pointed at him. One of them said loudly, "I wonder how long the little human will last before he breaks." Jaden's shoulders felt heavy. He wanted to run away, but he held his ground. That night, in his small dorm room, Jaden looked out the window at the stars. He thought about his home on Earth, a quiet blue planet far from this giant academy. He missed his family but knew he had a mission here. The next morning, Jaden joined the first day of training. The instructors were tall and strong, with voices like thunder. They explained the rules and the challenges. Jaden listened carefully, but felt lost among the others who already knew what to do. During the first exercise, Jaden tried to keep up. He ran, jumped, and fought as best as he could, but the aliens moved faster and hit harder. Several times he stumbled and fell. One of the instructors, a large alien with orange scales named Crag, shook his head. "Human, you lack power and skill. You will be a problem, not a help," Crag said loudly so others could hear. The group laughed. Jaden's face burned with shame. Later, in the training yard, some students challenged him to fights for fun. Jaden tried to defend himself, but he was pushed around easily. Vex appeared again, mocking Jaden's every move. "Come on, human! Don't embarrass yourself more!" he sneered. Jaden wanted to yell back, but he knew it would only make things worse. He focused on breathing and trying again. By the end of the day, Jaden was exhausted and hurt, not just in body but in spirit. He wondered if he had made a mistake coming here. That night, as he sat alone in the common hall, he noticed a quiet figure watching him from a distance. It was a girl with silver skin and bright green eyes. She did not look like the others who mocked him. She seemed calm and strong. Jaden felt curious but nervous. Before he could say anything, she stood and walked toward him. "You're Jaden, right?" she asked softly. He nodded, surprised. "I'm Lyra," she said. "I see how they treat you. It's wrong. You're not weak." Jaden blinked. No one had ever said that to him here. Lyra smiled gently. "If you want, I can help you. I know how to fight and survive in this place." Jaden felt hope spark inside him. Maybe he was. Not alone, after all. But the others continued to watch from the shadows, waiting to see if the human would break or become stronger. The next morning, Jaden woke with a mix of hope and doubt. Lyra's words from the night before echoed in his mind. "You're not weak." For the first time since arriving at the academy, someone believed in him. But would the others ever accept that? As Jaden made his way to the training yard, whispers followed him like shadows. The blue-skinned Vex and his friends snickered loudly. "Look who's got a friend now," Vex sneered. "That silver girl thinks she can save the little human?" Pathetic. Jaden kept his head down. He knew his skills weren't yet enough to prove himself, but he was determined to try. He didn't want to be the joke anymore. Lyra caught up to him. "Ignore them," she said quietly, her bright green eyes full of determination. "They only fear what they don't understand." Jaden nodded, grateful for her support. "But how? I'm just a human. I don't have their strength or powers." Lyra smiled softly. "Strength is more than muscle. It's heart, mind, and will. You have those in plenty." Their first training session together was different from what Jaden had expected. Instead of focusing only on physical strength, Lyra taught him to use his mind and senses. She showed him how to watch an opponent's movements, to find patterns, and to stay calm under pressure. Jaden was a quick learner. He found that humans had an advantage in creativity and adaptability. Where aliens relied on raw power or special skills, Jaden could think of new solutions on the fly. During their breaks, Lyra shared stories about her people, the Valari, a rare species known for their speed, agility, and honor. She explained how Valari warriors protected their homeworld by using strategy and teamwork, not just brute force. Jaden began to feel a spark of confidence growing inside him. Maybe he could be more than what the other students expected. But word spread fast. Rumors about the human and his unusual ally reached every corner of the academy. Some students were curious, others were jealous or angry. One afternoon, while Jaden and Lyra practiced sword techniques, Vex and a group of his friends approached. Vex's eyes burned with contempt. "So the silver girl says he's special?" "Let's see how special he really is," Vex challenged, stepping forward. Jaden tensed, ready to back away. But Lyra stood beside him, her gaze fierce. "Jaden is not alone," she said, her voice strong. "If you want to test him, you must face me first." A tense silence fell. The crowd gathered quickly, sensing a challenge. Vex smirked but nodded. "Fine. We'll see if you're worth your words." Lyra and Vex squared off. Their fight was fast and skillful. Lyra moved with grace, dodging Vex's powerful strikes and responding with precise counters. The crowd watched, amazed by her speed and control. After a few minutes, Vex stumbled and fell to one knee. He looked up, breathing hard. "You win. For now." The crowd murmured. Lyra turned to Jaden and smiled. "Now, it's your turn." Jaden's heart pounded. He stepped forward, facing Vex's friends who now challenged him one by one. Each fight was tough, but Jaden used what Lyra had taught him, observation, patience, and quick thinking. He surprised many by holding his own and even winning a few rounds. The whispers changed from mockery to respect. Later that evening, Jaden and Lyra sat together under the stars. Jaden felt tired but happy. "Thank you," he said quietly, "for standing up for me, for believing in me." Lyra smiled. "I see. Something special in you. Humans are underestimated, but they have power beyond strength. You just need to believe it too." Jaden looked up at the sky, feeling a new hope. The academy was still a hard place, but maybe, just maybe, he could find his place here. The morning sun filtered through the tall windows of the training hall as Jaden stepped inside with Lyra. His body still ached from the battles the day before, but a new fire burned in his chest, a desire to improve, to be more than just A joke. Lyra greeted him with a nod. Today, we focus on more than just fighting. We'll train your mind, your senses, and your reflexes. Jaden blinked in surprise. My mind? I thought this was a place for warriors, not scholars. Lyra smiled. True strength is a balance. The strongest warriors use both. She led him to a section of the hall filled with strange devices and holograms. This is the simulation room. Here you will face challenges that test your thinking and reactions. Jaden felt nervous but ready. Lyra activated a simulation. Bright lights flashed, and strange alien creatures appeared, moving quickly toward him. Jaden dodged and weaved, focusing on each movement. At first he stumbled, but then he began to see patterns. The creatures moved in waves and their attacks repeated. Using his human creativity, Jaden found ways to trick them, leading them into traps, confusing them with unexpected moves. Lyra watched with approval. Good. Your mind sees what others miss. After the session, they moved to a different training, meditation and focus. Jaden was skeptical, but Lyra explained it helped control fear and sharpen awareness. As Jaden sat quietly, breathing deep, he felt calmness spread through his body. His thoughts slowed and his senses grew sharper. He noticed small sounds, distant footsteps, the hum of machines, things he hadn't heard before. This is important, Lyra said. In battle, knowing your surroundings can save your life. Over the next days, their training continued. Lyra pushed Jaden to his limits, but always with patience. She taught him how to read body language, how to anticipate an opponent's moves, and how to use the environment to his advantage. Jaden discovered things about himself he never knew. Humans could adapt quickly, learn from mistakes, and think in ways other species did not. In one exercise, Lyra threw him into a maze filled with traps. Jaden's quick thinking and memory allowed him to navigate it faster than many Valari warriors. Word spread quietly. The human was learning fast, becoming something unexpected. But not everyone was happy. Some students whispered that Jaden was a threat. They planned to challenge him and test his limits. One afternoon, during a break, Jaden noticed a small group watching him closely. Among them was a tall alien named Kren, known for his skill in hand-to-hand combat. Kren stepped forward. Human, your tricks will not save you forever. If you want to prove yourself, face me. Jaden felt a mix of fear and excitement. This was a real test. Lyra smiled softly. I believe in you. The two faced each other in the training ring. Kren was fast and strong, but Jaden stayed calm. Using everything Lyra had taught him, he moved with purpose. Kren attacked aggressively, but Jaden dodged, blocked, and countered. At one point, Kren tried a powerful strike, but Jaden used his quick reflexes to grab Kren's arm and throw him, off balance. The crowd gasped. Jaden had surprised everyone. In the end, the fight was a draw, but respect shone in Kren's eyes. You fight well, human. You have promise, Kren said. Jaden felt proud. He had come far from the scared boy on. The first day. That night, Lyra and Jaden sat around a small fire in the dorm's common area. Jaden looked at her with gratitude. Thank you, Lyra. Without you, I would still be lost. Lyra smiled. You had the strength all along. I only helped you see it. Jaden knew the journey ahead would be long and hard. But with Lyra by his side, he felt ready to face whatever came next. The day of the Academy's great challenge finally arrived. This was the event that everyone talked about. A battle competition where representatives from each species showed their strength, skill, and honor. It was a chance to earn respect and prove worth. Jaden felt a mix of nerves and excitement as he prepared. Weeks of training with Lyra had sharpened his skills and mind. He was no longer the scared human boy from the first day. He was ready to show what he could do. The training yard was packed with students, instructors, and guests from many worlds. The air buzzed with energy and anticipation. Each fighter wore the colors of their species, and the crowd cheered loudly for their champions. When Jaden's name was called, a hush fell over some parts of the crowd. Many doubted the human would last long. Some even laughed quietly. Jaden stepped into the arena. The floor was smooth and wide, surrounded by a high barrier to keep the fighters safe. Across from him stood his opponent, a tall, muscular alien with red skin and horns named Kale, known for his strength and fierce fighting style. Kale sneered, "You, a human? This will be easy." Jaden took a deep breath. He remembered Lyra's lessons, to stay calm, to watch carefully, and to use more than just strength. The bell rang, and the fight began. Kale charged with a roar, swinging powerful punches. Jaden dodged quickly, feeling the air rush past him. He used his speed and agility to avoid the heavy blows. Jaden noticed Kale's pattern. The alien favored strong but slow strikes, leaving openings after each attack. Jaden waited for his chance. Using a quick move, Jaden struck Kale's side, surprising him. Kale growled and attacked more fiercely. The crowd gasped as the human kept up, dodging, blocking, and countering. Jaden's creativity shone. He used the arena's walls to bounce and avoid attacks, confusing Kale. Sweat dripped down Jaden's forehead, but he stayed focused. As the fight went on, Kale grew tired. Jaden saw his chance. With a quick feint and a precise strike, Jaden knocked Kale off balance. The crowd erupted in cheers and shouts. For the first time, many saw the human as a true fighter. Kale got up slowly, respect in his eyes. "You've earned it, human." Jaden smiled, breathing hard but proud. He had won more than a fight. He had won respect. After the competition, many students came to congratulate Jaden. Some who had mocked him now looked at him differently. Lyra appeared beside him, her eyes shining with pride. "I told you, strength is more than muscle." Jaden felt a warmth spread inside. He was no longer alone. He had allies, friends, and a place here. But the victory also brought new challenges. The academy was not just a place of learning. It was a crossroads of politics, rivalries, and secrets. That evening, as Jaden rested, he received a message from the academy's leader, a wise alien named Elder Tharn. The message was clear. "Your skills are needed for a special mission. Meet at the council chamber at dawn." Jaden looked at Lyra, questions in his eyes. She nodded. "This is just the beginning." Jaden woke early. His mind was restless with questions about the message from Elder Tharn. What was the special mission? Why did they choose him? He met Lyra at the Academy's council chamber. The room was large and filled with many species, some with horns, others with feathers, and some with shining scales. Elder Tharn stood at the front, his wise eyes looking over the group. "Jaden," Elder Tharn said, "we face a danger unlike any before. A hostile force has been detected near our galaxy. If we do not act, it could threaten the Academy and all life here." Jaden listened carefully. The Elder continued, "We need a team to investigate and stop this threat. Your unique perspective as a human is why you are chosen." Jaden's heart beat faster. He felt both fear and honor. This was the moment he had waited for, a chance to prove humanity's value. Lyra stepped forward. "I will join you, Jaden. Together, we can face this." The council agreed, and soon Jaden and Lyra assembled a team. It was made up of beings from different planets, a strong reptilian named Grok, a quick and clever bird-like fighter called Sarah, and a silent but deadly shadow warrior named Vex. Jaden studied his new teammates. Each had skills and strengths, different from his own. Their ship was ready, sleek and fast, equipped with weapons and shields. As they left the academy behind, Jaden felt a mix of excitement and responsibility. The journey to the threat's location was tense. Everyone studied their data, preparing for what they might face. When they arrived, a dark, cold asteroid belt surrounded a mysterious ship, large and covered with strange markings. The team landed on the asteroid's surface. Jaden felt a chill in the air. This was no ordinary mission. They moved carefully, weapons ready. Suddenly they were ambushed by alien creatures, fierce and fast. The fight was brutal. Jaden used everything he had learned, his quick mind, reflexes, and training. He worked with his team, covering each other and striking with precision. Lyra was a whirlwind of speed, protecting Jaden and striking enemies. Before they could react, Grok smashed enemies with powerful blows, while Sarah flew through the air, distracting foes and attacking from above. Vex disappeared and reappeared, striking silently and quickly. Despite their teamwork, the enemy was strong and relentless. Jaden realized this threat was more dangerous than anything he had faced. After fighting their way to the mysterious ship, they discovered it was a war vessel controlled by a ruthless alien race called the Drakthar. These invaders planned to take over the galaxy. Jaden's mind raced. How could they stop such a powerful enemy? Lyra placed a hand on his shoulder. We fight smart. We find their weakness. They studied the ship's design and found a critical control core. If destroyed, it would disable the entire vessel. The team planned their attack carefully. Jaden would lead the strike team inside, while the others created diversions. Inside the ship, danger lurked at every corner. Jaden's heart pounded, but he kept calm. He thought quickly and moved silently. They reached the control core, guarded by the Drakthar leader, a towering alien with glowing eyes. The battle was fierce. Jaden dodged deadly attacks and used his agility to strike when the leader showed an opening. With a final push, Jaden destroyed the core, causing the ship's systems to fail. Outside, the team escaped just as the war vessel began to collapse. Back at the academy, the team was hailed as heroes. Jaden's courage and leadership earned respect from all species. Elder Tharn spoke at the ceremony. Jaden has shown us that humanity's spirit and mind are powerful weapons. We welcome humans as equals among the stars. Jaden looked at Lyra, smiling. He knew this was only the beginning of a new era, for himself, for humanity, and for the galaxy. The celebration at the academy lasted for hours. Lights danced across the training yard, music from many worlds filled the air, and the scent of alien food drifted from the long tables. Students and instructors from different species gathered, together sharing stories of the mission and congratulating the heroes who had returned. Jaden stood quietly at the edge of the crowd. He still couldn't believe what had happened. Just weeks ago, he was the outsider, the one everyone laughed at. Now he was being treated with respect, even admiration. Lyra walked over, holding 2 cups of a sweet alien drink. She handed one to him and smiled. You look like you don't believe any of this is real. Jaden chuckled softly. It's hard to believe. I thought I'd never fit in here. And now? He looked around at the crowd. Now they're actually smiling at me. Lyra's eyes sparkled. That's because you earned it. You didn't just survive the mission. You led it. You showed them what humans are capable of. Before Jaden could respond, Elder Tharn stepped onto the platform at the center of the yard. The crowd grew silent. Students, warriors, and friends, Tharn began, his deep voice carrying across the space. Today we honor bravery, unity, and the spirit of cooperation. The Drakthar threat has been stopped, not by one species, but by many working together. And at the heart of this victory was someone new to our galaxy, Jaden of Earth. The crowd erupted in cheers. Jaden felt heat rise to his face. He had never been the center of such attention. Tharn continued. Jaden showed us that strength is not only in muscle or technology, but in the mind and the heart. Humanity, though young among the stars, has proven its place. From this day, the Academy will welcome more humans to train and learn with us. The applause grew louder. Jaden caught sight of Vex, his old rival, clapping slowly but with a small smile. Even that felt like a victory. When the cheers died down, Tharn turned to Lyra. And to Lyra of Velari, who stood by him when no one else would, we give our gratitude. She saw the truth before the rest of us did. Lyra gave a respectful bow, but her gaze stayed on Jaden. After the ceremony, students came to speak with Jaden. Some asked about Earth, curious about the human world. Others wanted to train with him to learn his creative fighting style. Grok, the strong reptilian teammate from the mission, clapped him on the back. "If you ever need a partner for a fight, human, you call me." Sarah, the bird-like fighter, laughed. "You still owe me for distracting half the Drakthar fleet while you were inside their ship." Jaden smiled. For the first time, he felt truly part of the Academy family. Later that night, he and Lyra walked to a quiet spot near the edge of the Academy grounds. The stars stretched endlessly above them. "You know," Jaden said, "when I first got here, I thought I'd made the worst mistake of my life. I wanted to go home. But you stayed," Lyra said gently. "I stayed because of you," Jaden admitted. "You were the only one who believed I could be more than what they saw." Lyra looked at him with a small, proud smile. "I didn't just believe it. I knew it. Humans have something rare. You adapt. You imagine. You never stop trying." Jaden looked out at the stars. "Do you think there will be more threats like the Drakthar?" "Always," Lyra said. "But now you won't face them alone." They stood in silence for a while, listening to the hum of distant ships and the faint laughter from the celebration behind them. Finally, Jaden spoke again. "I think I want to stay here after training. I want to help protect the galaxy and maybe represent Earth." Lyra nodded. "Then we'll face whatever comes next. Together." As they turned back toward the Academy, Jaden felt a deep sense of purpose. He had arrived as a joke, a stranger in a world that didn't understand him. But now he was more than that. He was a fighter, a leader, a symbol of what humanity could be. And somewhere out there, among the stars, his story was only just beginning.